A lot of times we feel like we have to do everything all at once at the same time. And we honestly don't. We're working full time. We have babies to take care of. We have to take care of ourselves. We don't have 3, 4, 5, 6 hours to put something together. Instead, think about how can you break this task into smaller pieces. Hey girl, I'm Margaret McGriff. I am a marketing coach and I help working moms struggling to grow their business, gain back their time, ditch the mommy guilt, and finally grow their business. And today we are going to be talking about how to get things done. All right, so I'm a single mom to 2 little girls. I work a full-time 40-hour job as a digital marketing strategist. I also have this coaching business, the Savvy Side Hustle, and I publish fiction books. And I get asked all the time, they're like, seriously, Margaret, how do you get it all done? The truth is, I don't. I am super intentional about what I work on, is it worth my time, and figuring out the most efficient and time-saving way to get things done. So, I think that doing all of the things is not necessary. It's not necessary to be successful. It's better to use that energy to focus on the right things, right? So today I'm going to give you my top 3 tips on how to get things done. So my first tip is being super clear about your goals. Now, we're not talking about the big goal for a lot of you, which is probably phasing out of the 9 to 5 so you can work your business full time. But all of those smaller goals is going to help you get there, right? So if you want to have a presence on Instagram, what does that look like for you? Is your goal to have more followers? Is your goal to be consistent posting 3 times a week? Is your goal to go on live video? Is your goal to make more reels? Being super clear about what those goals look like will help you discern what you should and shouldn't be working on so you can get the right things done. So my second tip for getting things done is to ask yourself a couple of questions that I'm going to cover in a second to make sure that you are really clear about should you be doing this thing, and then how to move forward if you should be doing the thing, right? So the first question is, will this task get me to my goal? So let's say you have a skincare line. You have a skincare business and you're selling moisturizers and you want to sell 100 moisturizers in January. And the thing that you're thinking about doing, or something that's been on your list forever, is starting a blog. So you want to ask yourself, will starting a blog get me to selling 100 moisturizers? Now this is where really knowing how blogging works, how long it takes to get traction, what you need to do in order to get it done really comes in handy. So I can tell you off top that blogging is a long game. Blogging is good for brand awareness, it's good for getting a new audience, but it takes time. It takes time to optimize your site. It takes time for people to find it. It takes time for people to warm up to buying your products. So if you're looking to make a quick sale, blogging may not be it. So once you've done all your research about blogging, learned about blogging, and realized that this is not going to get me the quick sale, guess what? You can take the blog off the list, right? That's not something you need to focus on. Maybe you need to look into doing paid ads. Maybe you need to look into having a sale for your existing audience. Something that will get you the quick sales that you need in order to meet that goal that you set for yourself. So that's why it's super important to know what the goal is, right? So the second question you want to ask yourself after you figured out if this task is going to get me to your goal, and let's say for argument's sake that it does, do you need to do this thing right now? Let's say you have a long-term goal. Maybe this year you want to increase revenue. Maybe this year you want to add more people to your email list. Think about the task that you set for yourself, whether it's launching a course or an event or a workshop or a live video series. Ask yourself, do you need to do this thing right now? Is this something that has to be done right now? And it can. Maybe your business is seasonal. So if you have a business that is very popular in the summer and it needs to happen in the summer, then absolutely, then you know, okay, this has to get done during the summer. However, if it's something that's more evergreen and you have other pressing things that might get you to your goals faster, maybe you can put it off for 4 to 5 months so that way you can give yourself time to plan, to figure out your schedule, to make more room and more time and all of that stuff. So really be clear about, do you need to do this thing right now? And I can tell you right now, you don't have to do all the things. You don't have to be on Instagram, have a podcast, do a YouTube channel, have a blog, do an email. You don't have to do all of those things at once. Maybe in the first of the year, you just concentrate on Instagram. Maybe then you move over to Pinterest once you get good. And then maybe you can move on to the blogging. Not everything has to be done right this second. So that's something to keep in mind when you're trying to get things done and being more intentional of what you're working on. The third question you need to ask yourself is, after you figured out if this task will get you to your goal and it's something you need to do right now, now you ask yourself, what steps do I need to take in order to get this task done? A lot of times we feel like we have to do everything all at once at the same time. And we honestly don't. We're working full time. We have babies to take care of. We have to take care of ourselves. We don't have 3, 4, 5, 6 hours to put something together. Instead, think about how can you break this task into smaller pieces. Let's go back to the idea of a blog. If a blog is something that you want to start, okay, first, let's figure out what your blog is going to be about. Then the second step is, what type of platform am I going to use? Do you have an existing website? Maybe you need to build one. If you have one, okay, let's build a page and let's do that. Then let's think about, what things am I going to talk about on the blog? Let's list out all of your topics and ideas, so on and so forth. Get all those little steps. And then you can bust out your calendar and then you can find those pockets of time to do each step. So that way you're on track, you're not overwhelmed, because when we're overwhelmed, we don't want to do anything, right? So you're not overwhelmed and you're taking those baby steps to get the thing done. Baby steps are fine. You don't have to accomplish everything today or this week or even this month. It's totally okay to take your time and get the thing done as opposed to rushing and then either not getting it done at all or it's not done effectively. The last question you want to ask yourself is, how do I make more time to get these baby steps done that's going to get me to the task that needs to be done right now, right? So maybe you're looking at your schedule and you're like, I just don't have time to fit all of this in, and this is something that I really do need to accomplish. Then let's take a step back and let's do a time audit. Let's track your day. Let's figure out how many hours before work, after work, your lunch break, your weekends, how much time do you have to devote to these tasks that you have going on? If you find yourself that you don't have that much time, maybe you need to go back and evaluate if this is a task you really, really need to do right now, or if you can stretch out the deadline you've set yourself and give yourself 2 months instead of a month. There are many different things that you can do, but you can't really make any of those decisions until you really know what your time schedule looks like. So if you know you have to do something and it's seasonal and it's during the summer, then maybe we need to streamline some things at home. Maybe you have to have takeout a little bit more often so that way you have a couple of more nights free. Maybe you need to delegate, some things to your husband or to your kids for this next couple of weeks so that way you can get this kind of stuff done and you can kind of make those adjustments and not just feel like, oh my God, I just don't have time and I just can't get the things done. Okay, so those are my tips for getting things done. But the most important thing, if you don't take away anything else, is understanding and giving yourself permission to not do it all. You don't have to. There's no law or rule book that says you have to do every single thing in order for your business to be successful. Rather, you want to focus on what's going to move your business forward and what fits with your time schedule, your energy levels, and all of that wonderful stuff. And if you are struggling with trying to find more time in your schedule and you're like, I'm not sure what a time audit looks like and I don't know what I should include, I have a free video training all about my 3 top tips on how to make more time for your side business. Just go the link into the description below, click on that, and you can get access to that and plus so many more resources that I have coming your way and that are available that will help you create more time so you can grow that side business so you can accomplish the ultimate goal, which is leaving the 9 to 5. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you can get the notifications, and we'll be chatting soon. Bye.